Hey babes, welcome to today's vlog. It's a little bit awkward. I'm still a little bit down, but we're just gonna get through it. I feel like at this point, I kind of just need to continue just living my life and just kind of keep myself busy and just kind of distracted in, you know, just like everyday things that I used to do before, you know, Penny went missing. Those of you who are new to my channel, and maybe this is just the first video that you see, I did lose my baby girl, my dog Penny. She went missing. It's already been a month. Actually, it was a month a couple of days ago on the 24th. She went missing on Christmas Eve, and till this day, I still have not heard anything. There's been no news or any sightings of her. Still, it's been really hard on me. I'm still trying to kind of deal with it. I feel like it still gets harder every single day, but I'm kind of like at the point where, you know, I just kind of been praying to God and just asking for strength every day. At some point, I have to continue living my life, right? For a long time, my life was just like on pause. I felt like it wasn't fair to me to continue to live my everyday life knowing that she's out there somewhere waiting for me. Like that just didn't sit right with me, but I don't know, I kind of just accepted it that maybe someone has her, and the best thing that I can do right now at this point is just hope and pray that whoever has my baby is, you know, taking good care of her, giving her the love that I used to give her, loving her, you know, and just spoiling her the way that she was when she was with me, because that's all she deserves. She deserves all the love in the world. She deserves to be safe, and all I can do is just think positively at this point. I don't want to think like negatively, because, you know, there's just a lot of evil people out in this world, but I just hope that she fell in good hands. And, you know, maybe they just haven't came across my Facebook post or all the posts that I've put up or flyers or just anything. Maybe they just haven't came across that yet. The main thing right now is me just kind of distracting myself from all of that. I'm trying to not think about it too much anymore. Of course, I still think about her every day, but, you know, there's just been a lot of kind of like minor changes going on in the last couple of weeks for me. So I'm just trying my best to just stay hopeful. And another thing, I do sound a little bit under the weather because I feel like with like everything going on, I feel like I should have worn this t-shirt. It's like all wrinkly, but anyway. I have been getting a little bit sick, and no, I do not have COVID, you guys. I actually went to go get checked out. I guess I just been like super depressed, and you know, I barely like ate, and it was just a hard time for me. So I think it kind of like hit me all at once, and I got sick. So I really didn't want to go get tested for like the flu or anything like that. The main focus was just like making sure that I don't have COVID for sure, because I did go out. I'm pretty sure you guys saw on my social media, I have been like hanging out with friends again, because I needed that. I needed to get out of this apartment. I just feel like being here by myself, I don't know, it's just like too much for me sometimes. But yeah, so since I've been around people, I kind of just wanted to make sure that I'm safe, that they're safe. But yeah, so I'm good. Anyway, we are back, and I do have a couple of things to share with you guys. I feel like the last couple of weeks since my last vlog, some things have changed, and I wasn't planning on none of this to happen. Are you scared? Why are you so scared? Look, say hi. You want to say hi? You have to look at the camera though. Look at the camera. Look at the camera. Hi, beauty babes. Say hi, beauty babes. Oh, there you go. There it goes. Look at that gorgeous face. I'm gonna go put you back over there, because now I'm pretty sure you guys are like, what is going on? I don't know if I should be excited to tell you guys how I got my hands on this little girl. I was not planning on this. I never in a million years did I ever think I could get another dog or even love another dog. I knew for a fact that if Penny just never came back to me, I knew in my heart and I felt that I could never, ever, ever, ever have another dog again. Like I was just my mind was just set on that. It's just crazy how things happen, you guys. But I quickly just want to share the story on how I got my hands on her, because yeah, it's very touching. I kind of just want to fill you guys in on what I've been going through the last couple of weeks. So in the midst of me searching for my baby girl Penny, I get a message from this lady, right, on Facebook. She messaged me and she kind of just told me how she was helping me search for Penny because she lived in the area, and she kind of was just, you know, telling me how sad she was for me and how she felt bad, and kind of just like sharing positive words. It's not the first message I get like that. I get messages like that, you know, just like people just sharing their positive words with me, which I am so grateful for. I appreciate it so much, because sometimes I just need that support. So I messaged her back and I, you know, told her, you know, thank you so much. You know, if she sees Penny, to just let me know and stuff like that. It was so weird. We kind of just kept messaging back and forth that day, and somehow, some way, she ended up telling me, she was like, hey, like, I know this is not the time nor the place, and you're probably not thinking about it, but I do have some puppies and I would love for you to have a puppy. You know, maybe it can help you and maybe it can make you feel better. She told me that her dogs had like a litter of like 11, I think she said 11 puppies, and she started sending me pictures of the puppies. And of course, I'm a dog lover, so I was like, oh my god, they're so cute. And she was just kind of being like very persistent. At one point she was like, these puppies need a new home, and I can see how much you loved your dog. You know, these puppies deserve a home like this. My puppies are vaccinated, you need to come pick one up. And she was just like going on and on and on. And again, at one point she was being just like super persistent, like trying her hardest to persuade me that I needed a puppy. I was just not thinking about it at the moment. I was just like, no, like I cannot see myself caring or loving another dog. Like I just can't, right? So I just told her, I was like, no, thank you. You know, I'll think about it. And she was like, please think about it. You won't regret it. They need a new home. They need a loving home. And I can see that you're like a good person and I trust you, and this and that, right? So during that time, I kind of just mentioned it to my family and my siblings, and my family actually helped me understand. My sister, actually in particular, she used to have like a service dog slash emotional support dog, and she kind of understands the need to have, you know, a dog by your side. And she was kind of telling me like, that's what Penny was to you. And during those days I was super depressed. Like there was times I just could not get out of bed, you guys. Like I was so depressed that I just did not know how to continue living my life. So I was in a very, very bad state around that time, right? But I kind of still am, but I'm getting better. Every day it gets better. I've been through everything with Penny. You know, Penny was my backbone. When I hit rock bottom, Penny was that person. And I say person because Penny was my baby. She was the person who kind of picked me back up. She has been with me through all of my hardships, through thick and thin. She really was my emotional support. Every time I was sad, every time I would cry at night, every time I would kind of just have those moments where I felt like I just didn't want to live anymore, Penny would be there to pick me back up. I mean, I always knew emotional support dogs existed. I just never realized that I in particular needed one, and I actually do need one. Then eventually the lady kept messaging me. I mean, what am I gonna lose? I'll just go see the puppies. Maybe just seeing these puppies is just gonna make me happy, even if it's just for like one day. You know, I just wanted to see them. So here I go, traveling down there to go see the puppies. You guys, it's kind of like a ranch, and it was just like so much junk. It was not well kept. And then I see the puppies roaming around. Like they were all outside, like the mom, the dad, and all of the puppies. And I'm just like, okay, the puppies are outside. Like that's weird. I don't know. I'm just like, especially puppies should be kept inside. I already knew as soon as I pulled up to that place that it was just, everything just didn't look right. Like everything was just kind of like shady. I don't know, the living situation just didn't look ideal. But anyway, so the lady comes with the puppies, right? And I see her in particular. When I see her, I knew that something was wrong right off the bat. You can see her rib cage. You can definitely tell she was malnutritioned. She definitely just looked sick. Like she was just so tiny. And as soon as I carried her, you guys, I don't know what it was. I just felt a sense of like warmth. Like I just felt the need to like take her with me. I just knew that I had to take the puppy. I was like, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I honestly was thinking like, okay, I'll just take the puppy. I'll make sure the puppy is okay and I can just gift it to like family or friends. I have family and friends who love dogs and want one. Or I can just hand the puppy over to a rescue. I just did not know what I was gonna do, but I knew that I had to help this puppy out. She handed me the vaccination card. She told me that they had, the puppies had the vaccine. And on top of that, she wanted me to take another dog too. This lady wanted me to take multiple dogs. I was just like, no. Now that I think about it, I should have, because that's just the type of person I am. I should have grabbed all of the puppies and just took them with me. But at that moment, I really just, my eyes were on her, and she's the most adorable thing ever. She's just one of a kind, right? But she was the one that really just looked in bad shape. So, I ended up taking her. I did not know what my next step was gonna be, but I was like, this is my calling. Like, I need to save this dog. So we come back to Houston, right? And she ends up having diarrhea. She ends up like getting sick. I ended up taking her to the vet. That's the first thing I did. It turns out she had roundworms, she had coccidia, and she tested positive for parvo, you guys. I broke down completely because I just couldn't handle it. I took this puppy in not knowing what my next step was going to be, but just hearing that from the vet completely tore me apart. I mean, I'm already dealing with Penny missing, but then I have to deal with this. It was just so hard for me. I knew at that moment, I don't want to get emotional, but I knew at that moment, you guys, I had to do something about it, So I ended up just telling the vet, you know what? Give me the best treatment. Do everything possible to save this puppy. Like, I don't care how much it costs. I just want this puppy to be good. The vet told me, which is completely sad, at her age, being a Great Dane, those dogs are huge. I know. Don't even question me about that. She's supposed to weigh 30 pounds, you guys, and she only weighed 14 pounds. So that kind of gives you guys an idea of what kind of state she was in and how much this baby was suffering. I didn't have the heart to drop her off at a shelter and be like, okay, you guys save her. So now after like taking care of her for 3 weeks, she has recovered and she's doing a lot better. I still have to take her to the vet for a second checkup. But during that time that I had to look after her, that I had to take care of her, I completely like fell in love with her. It's a first time for me because I've never cared for a puppy, you guys. I got Penny when she was 1. I now know that I'm gonna end up keeping her. Let me actually go get her. Mommy, come here. Here she is again. But yeah, so I'm gonna end up keeping her. God put her in my life for a reason. Again, I never thought that I could love another dog again. I thought that I just couldn't. I couldn't bear with the idea of replacing Penny. I had to accept the fact that I'm not replacing Penny. Penny's always gonna be my first love. She's always gonna be my baby girl. She's always gonna be the love of my life. And I'm still waiting on Penny to come back. I keep telling her, that she has a big sister, but her sister's on a vacation. And I cannot wait for Penny to come back to me and realize that I got her a sister. So her name is Storm, you guys. She doesn't even realize it yet. But she saved my life while I was going through a storm. I know it's cliche, but I want to be reminded, like in the future, why and when I got her. So I feel like the name is just perfect. Again, I know that I saved her life and I was meant to save her life, but little does she know, she saved mine too.